Hi, my name's Tarek,
Hey, this is Justin.
and we are the Bluestones, and you're watching Toasted.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Reeperbahn Festival.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great
Thanks.
to be here.
Hey guys, let's talk some music. New album out, a couple of tracks that I wrote down. Of course, Black Hole, Solid Ground is a great track. It's already out on Spotify and on Deezer. 6.6 million plays already, which is amazing, I think. Beam of Fire, 2.5 million plays. This is taking off, guys.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well, for sure.
It is, yeah. I wouldn't have expected this from when we first recorded the album, but yeah.
So that's like, 20 million people probably listen to your music already easily.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of weird to think about it. When you kind of put the numbers out there in front of you, you're like, wow, okay, yeah, there's a lot of people listening. But it's great.
Black holes, solid ground. Black holes, solid ground. Thousand voices set them free. Because your silence is killing me.
You guys are a two-piece, and of course, being a two-piece is it's special, but it's hardly news anymore, I think. People immediately lump you in with other bands. We're not going to name them because I think it's boring. On the production level, though, I think it's interesting because, you don't have the bass. So how are you going to solve this?
In studio, we actually do layer in a little bit of bass. Well, I usually like to talk about how when we record a song in the studio for an album, very first track that goes down is just a raw, rough track of Justin and myself playing the song as we would live. And that goes down as the bass track. And then we start to layer on top of that. So at the end of the day, when you listen to our album, we are still playing the songs at the very base. But we will layer things like a bass guitar subtly, but it is on there. Just that, when you record something, it's a little bit different than playing live, right? Yeah. You need to really fill out the space. So it is on there.
You guys have this playlist of tracks that you listen to yourselves on Spotify.
I'll take that.
And I thought it was really good. And one thing struck me is you have this Jimi Hendrix track on there, and it's a Band of Gypsies track, so it's live. And I was like, wow, too bad for the bass player, but you don't hear him on the track at all. So I was like, wow, there's some inspiration right there.
Yeah, that record was huge for us. The
Yeah,
Band
it
of
was.
Gypsies record. When we were living together, when we were writing this album, Black Holes, we were roommates, and I think you got me that record for like my birthday or something.
Maybe, yeah.
And then we were like playing it nonstop, and we're like, this is just unbelievable. So that was around the same time we were writing the songs.
Let's talk about the album some more. Airlock is the opener. Manic intro. You could put it in a movie, basically, I think. It's movie music.
Kind of cinematic, right? It's like we tried to tie together this whole theme of space and being lost and this like vastness, and I feel like the interludes on the album really help sell that point home. So Airlock is one of them where it's like really gets you in the mindset before the album even starts, and then you go with the rest of Black Holes.
Did you watch Gravity, actually? Because for some reason I had this could be in Gravity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Huge fans of that movie.
Yes.
Huge fans.
And it was definitely an influence on this album in some way. Whether it was just subconsciously, I don't really know, but yeah, for sure.
Lay, I wrote down. It's a blues ballad. Actually, I was listening to the album. I was like, the only thing I'm missing right now is a ballad. And then the song started. And then I was like, well, just having a ballad would be probably boring. And then it explodes into this Led Zeppelin rock. What a track.
Thanks. You know what? It's not a song that we play very often, but I think we're gonna start bringing it into the set list. Yeah. It's that one we figured was gonna be more of like a sleeper track where the first listen through on the record, people probably would just be like, okay, this is an okay song, but the more you listen to it, the more it grows on you. It's,
I think it's an outstanding track, and I think if you play it live, people will be blown away.
Okay, well, now you said it, we gotta do it.
It's not over now. Don't lay your flag in turn away. It's not over now, not this way. So blow a kiss and wrap me up in darkness. Make it quick before the feeling sticks and holds. I can't see no other way to conclude. So pick up your bags and we can start something new again.
I saw you guys play at the Molotov yesterday, and it's really close to the Beatles Platz, which is called the Beatles Place. This is where the Beatles played.
Okay, yeah.
And then I saw you guys had this Beatles track, "It's Getting Better" from Sgt. Pepper's, also on your Spotify playlist. So the Beatles are an influence, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, hard to say that they wouldn't be. I mean, they're just like everywhere. But yeah,
Playing where they basically started off must be amazing.
Oh yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Yeah, very cool experience. I mean, I didn't even know that fact. And then somebody brought it up, and they're like, "Yeah, it's just down the street here." They played it first time. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
They were like 16 when they played there, and they were strung out on dope.
A lot of unspoken history about the Beatles, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's
Or
hilarious.
was it? I mean, Hamburg has a reputation for being wild. I mean, was it? And still, is it a wild party for you guys here? I mean, do you get the time to party at all?
Definitely had time last night, which was good. We had a good time last night, and I think it's just because, you know, when the festival comes through the town, everybody's just kind of like sociable, and they want to talk and meet people, and they want to listen to cool bands. So like we met a couple of other bands last night as well, who are from all over. So it was just kind of nice to be as part of that sort of community here. So yeah, Hamburg's been a great time so far.
The Drop is also a great track, I think. Could you tell me a little bit about it?
That song's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play live. It's usually what we kick off the set with, and it's about, you know, it's kind of like to me it's like a weird revenge love song. So, you know, lyrically that's what it comes out to be. But when we play it live, it's just fun. It's got a nice groove to it, and you know, we get to really sort of flash a lot of our effects and our tone right off the bat in a set. So.
Yeah. The thing I like about that song is it's pretty basic, like in terms of like musicality, but it has a lot of like dynamics to it. There's a lot of rhythm, so it's like you don't always have to write like songs that have a ton of different notes and all crazy chords. It's like you can use other elements to make a song interesting, and that's kind of why I like kicking off the set with it, because it's like straightforward. There's a lot of cool stuff going on behind the scenes, and like rock and roll.
Also, not to mention, it starts with airlock. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Sick of little twitches coming right outside and oh my lord. I've been thinking lately maybe she's the one I'm yearning for. Oh, I've been alone.
You guys are very much a unity musically, but also, like you just said, you lived together for a while.
I mean, we've been very close for a very long time,
Even
So-
before the music as well. Like we were
You
just,
guys were in the same high school, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we met in our first year of high school. We're friends for close friends for 4 or 5 years going into university, and then that's when we started playing music together. So
What did you study, actually?
I studied philosophy,
biological sciences.
Holy shit, that's deep shit, man.
Yeah, it's
and then
definitely
you
different.
also have a
Yeah, I like technically I'm a physiotherapist. You know, I don't know
Comes in handy.
what the term is. Yeah, I think it's physio. Yeah, so physiotherapy is my trade, I guess, or craft. Well, at least it used to be.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you can unlearn it, right?
Well, no, that's always up here. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of a nice skill to have when we're on the road and your neck starts hurting.
In philosophy, that's. I mean, of course, I think everybody's interested in philosophy in some way.
philosophy. I was thinking about going to law school, and then
Found it boring.
yeah. I mean, so the funny thing is, I was like, I don't want to work all those long hours, and then I started working like a normal job, and I was like, I'm working these long hours anyway. But we're doing this now, so
Now you're working longer hours than ever.
yeah,
Later
exactly.
hours. Later hours.
Later, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, there's no break, right? I mean, even traveling is working, right?
True.
Yeah.
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 Do a lot of that. So
It's nice to travel, see all these new places, but especially for us, I mean, we love eating different types of food. So all these different places we go, we're always like, tell us where we need to eat. We want to eat whatever it is that's traditional, especially here.
Did you eat the German stuff yet? I mean,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The
Yeah.
first night we were
Yeah.
here, we went to a restaurant called Old Commercial Room, and it was I had a Lobskäse, which is like I've never had anything like that.
really? Is
It was really
traditional?
good. It was really good. It was like meaty mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Very good.
I chickened out, man. I got schnitzel. I just got Villa schnitzel.
Yeah.
Because I know I like it. I was like, I'll just get the schnitzel. Like, I know it's good.
You get the weirdest stuff in Germany, but I mean, I have to hand it to them. Their food is top quality, no matter what you get. It's very good.
It was very good. Everything was really good.
Very well made.
Yeah.
And
The
huge
beers.
portions as well. And the beers, yeah, of course.
Hey, I've been rolling with the punches. 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 Rolling with the punches. Yeah.
Do you write songs like this? I mean, I always think like a song is a good song if you can sing it along without any instruments. And maybe, and some people do this, they write music, just get a guitar, write a song, sing along, and go like, okay, if the song is good just with a guitar and my voice, then it's a great song.
I agree. If I'm writing a riff or like a hook and I put down the guitar and I go throughout the day and I'm in the car and I keep singing that hook back to myself, or I'm in the shower and I keep singing that hook, then I'm like, okay, there's something there. Like there's something with that I need to develop. So yeah, for sure. It's I feel like if I can't sing it back to myself and enjoy it, then it's not really worth looking into anymore.
So do you get time to travel around a little in Europe? I mean, is this just 3 days, the Reeperbahn, and then you head back to Canada?
Funny enough, we're actually going to stop in Amsterdam. So this weekend we had a night off, which happened to be a Saturday night. So we were going to go to Amsterdam for a night, see what's going on there. And then
Have you guys been there before?
I've been there, a handful of times. I love Amsterdam. Like that has always been a city to me where it's like if I could move anywhere, I'd move to Amsterdam.
So what's so good about it? What do you think?
I just, a lot of people associate Amsterdam for what you hear it for.
Drugs and sex.
Drugs and sex, exactly. And that's there. But Amsterdam is just so much more than that. Like, it's such a beautiful city with the canals and, like, the old sort of architecture. And I feel like the people are so nice there. And it's very modern. There's a lot of fashion. There's a lot of good food, coffee, like things like that, So I always felt this was a kind of city that I could see myself living in, for sure.
So when will you guys play Amsterdam?
You tell me. I mean, I would love to play
Be
tomorrow. Hopefully soon.
Hey guys, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks
you.
for having
That was
us.
great. Yeah.
Thanks for the beautiful music.
You're welcome.